Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Welcome to Scotty Ray's Morning Weather as we welcome in Thursday, March the 19th. The good news is, well, you need a cup of coffee before you go to put a smile on to make everybody like you a little bit better. Yeah, it does help, doesn't it? Now, we've got rain in the forecast for tomorrow, which means it'll help out with a lot of folks' sinuses. I know that a lot of people going, whoa, I don't feel good. Well, this happens each year when we get this time of year and get all this pollen everywhere. So after the rain comes tomorrow, maybe it'll help out a little bit. It is concerning because you hear about the virus everywhere, but hopefully what's going on is just the normal thing that we get each year. Today, it's going to be nice as you'll crack your door, but windy. About 25-mile-an-hour gust by the afternoon will reach a high of about 84. So it's going to be warm. Already 72 as we head toward that high. Tonight, lows in the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, it's going to be warm, 84 again, but we do have that 80% chance of showers tomorrow to wash away all the pollen. As we go to radar to check out everything this morning, nothing in the immediate East Mississippi, West Central Alabama area. We go over near San Antonio, Texas, and take a look at, we got showers this morning out due west of Waco. All this moves north and looks like Dallas, Texas, and Plano and Denton area going to get more today. As you move into the Oklahoma area, Norman, Tulsa, getting some thunderstorm activity this morning. So if you've got friends and family in that area, they're getting a little bit wet, and that'll move on into the Arkansas area. On up into Springfield, Missouri, getting some showers this morning. Due west of Nashville. You've got a little bit northwest of Nashville. Let me rephrase that. Clarksville up in that area. Scattered stuff just to the northeast of Nashville. So that's kind of what we've got early this morning going on with rain activity. Good morning. I do hope your day is starting out well as you get your cup of coffee and you get ready to set your ways and take on a new day. Wow. Lots of things in the news as we go and take a look at what came about yesterday. President Trump, let's go straight to that. Invoking the Defense Production Act. And you ask, what is that? Well, that's going to allow the president to get out and be able to mass produce masks, ventilators, respirators, and expand the hospital capacities to combat the virus that we've got going on. One of the reporters asked Trump if he saw himself as a wartime footing. He said, well, in a sense, I'm a wartime president. I don't think he meant anything by that. A few have tried to take and run with that. But maybe by doing this, we can back off on relying on others. And if you've paid attention to what's going on with all of this, medicines, somehow or another, and I guess it goes back to the NAFTA days, most of our medications are made in China. If they cut us off, we've got a problem. America does not need to get into this ever again. Hopefully that's going to be straightened out in the near future, and we won't rely on other folks to give us medicine in a crisis like this. We won't be faced with this again. That deal just was never good for us, was it? Trump, other news, he's wanting to send $2,000 to American citizens as a relief from the coronavirus. Now, they haven't laid it all out. Do senior citizens get this that are on Social Security? I do not know. There's no way to know who will get this at this point. It would be two $1,000 checks once they get this figured out. But somebody will, and it may only be those who have been laid off due to the coronavirus. They hadn't got the exact way it's going to work out, but that is in the future to help. Two members of Congress, the first two members of Congress have gotten the virus. Florida Mario Diaz-Balart and the Democrat from Utah, Ben McAdams, have both announced that they do have the coronavirus and have tested positive. They've checked themselves in and they're quarantined. I think they're okay, but they are the first members of Congress to say, hey, I do have that. As we look at what happens tonight, after the last shift works in Detroit and all of the production of GM Ford, the UAD will be shutting down operations on cars until the 31st. So it'll be a lot of folks not working after tonight. So that's keep them in your prayers. You may have already been faced with this with your job. I do think more of this is coming as we move forward, but hopefully this is going to be like a 3-week. It'll get turned around. We certainly hope so. We hope this will not extend. But tonight, after their last shift, the UAW will be ceasing production there for about 2 weeks or so to the end of the month. Layoffs, as I said, that is coming. Folks are downsizing rather, and get that word out, due to the coronavirus. There's I think it's up 600% on the unemployment. As you look at everything, when Trump come into office, it's back to where it was when he came in. No fault of anyone's. This just come out of nowhere. Maybe we'll figure out where this virus came from one day. It could have been planned. We never know. That's just my thoughts. It's just kind of odd the way this all happened. So we'll keep a close eye on that. And when we know more about it, we'll tell you. Before and after pics, if you'll look here on the left, the picture, this is going into Singapore. Tons of cars. Now, barely see a car moving. You go here, and this is in Portugal. This was waiting for a subway. No one's there now. Looks different, doesn't it? As you look at the Capitol, no one walking around. The streets of New York there on the left. It is a big change for us, isn't it? Things have changed the way we're doing it. In other news, Sanders is denying that he is suspending his presidential bid. What he said, if you'll read between the lines, and other people have grabbed what he said and ran with it, he suspended his Facebook spending yesterday. Now, he didn't say, I'm quitting. He just quit spending money on Facebook. So they took it and ran with that, and he even got bent out of shape yesterday afternoon and cussed a CNN reporter over the situation. Told him he was dealing with the coronavirus situation. The burn has not given up yet. Tom Brady, as we mentioned yesterday, had walked away from the Patriots. He's now going to be making $30 million a year. He is going to Tampa Bay. So if you're a Tom Brady fan and Tampa Bay fits in with you, you've got a great year ahead of you. So that's the news in that world. The Kemper County Courthouse announced that they're closing down in Kemper County, along with other buildings. I want to say the Senior Citizens building, the Farmers Market's going to be shut down. Haven't heard from Scuba yet what's going on over there, but if you needed to do business in the courthouse, they're shutting down for just a little bit to evaluate things until this passes on. So nothing wrong with that. They're just taking precaution with what's going on. So we've got 34 cases now in Mississippi of the coronavirus, and that is confirmed. 39 cases in Alabama. There have been a few that have been announced in the recent weeks, last few days rather, that this has come out. Now, what you've got to remember on all of this is that we hadn't had test kits, so expect these numbers to go up because it's going to be more. When they start testing, it'll be boom, and don't panic over it. It's just that it'll be the first time they're tested. As we go to the map and zoom in here, this is in Monroe County. We've got one case. As we move down to the coast, Jackson County with one. We've got 4 cases there in Harrison County, 4 in Pearl River. As we go over to the west side, Copiah County with 2 cases. We've got over near Jackson, 6 cases there in Hinds County, and in Madison, 1 case. And then we go up to the Delta here, DeSoto with 1, Coahoma. I never say that one much, do I? Wow. And also Bolivar County. We've got 2 cases there. In North Mississippi there, that Monroe. So 34 cases, no deaths in the state of Mississippi so far. And you can find this at the Mississippi MDS, is msdh.mississippi.gov if you want to visit that. Let me repeat that. msdh.ms.gov if you want to go to this site and visit it yourself and keep track of that. As we go worldwide, total confirmed cases, 219,427 cases. Total deaths, 8,946. Total recovered, 84,000. So those numbers are good. As you look at the map of the United States here, California, Mississippi barely down here, Louisiana. You go out worldwide, the most that's popping up on the map there up in the New York area. As we go out worldwide, you'll see these red dots everywhere. Look at that. That's a bunch. You can look at that, just Google it, and it'll come up, worldwide cases. So that's a way to take a look at what's going on with all this. Everybody's concerned, and you should be. We ask that you continue to pray for Charlie Smith still, the judge. He's still in surgery from what I understand, still in the hospital. Can't have any guests because of what's going on, but is doing quite well with recovery, and that is great. Continue those prayers, and hopefully the judge will be back on his feet before long. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for spending part of your morning with me. We'll have more coverage and break-ins throughout the day when we should need it. Again, let's go back and take a quick look at that weather forecast and figure out exactly what's going on today. High of today is going to, as I said earlier this morning, it's going to be warm into the 80s as we get up there, about 82 for today. Tomorrow, we'll hit 84. Wow, summertime weather. As we zoom in this morning, all clear here, and which is good news. And we look at that 7-day forecast. Let's do that. And that just not cooperating with me this morning, but we'll get that. Let's see here, our 7-day forecast. Wow, I just some days just don't have the magic touch, do I? Here we go. That 7-day forecast calls for today that 20% chance of showers. Tomorrow increasing to that 80%. Saturday looks like it'll be okay. Only a 20% rain moving back in on Sunday and staying slightly in the forecast all the way through Wednesday. So it'll wash away some of the pollen, as I mentioned earlier. That is the great news. But expect it to be breezy this afternoon no matter what you're doing, and you'll be okay. That's a look at your forecast this morning. Thanks for spending part of your day with me here with Scotty Ray's Morning Weather. As I said, we'll be back, and as always, you can leave a comment. You can email me at scottyray1969 at AOL should you need me there. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. We'll be back with more.